Welcome to the deep dive.
Hello.
Today, we're plunging into a stack of sources, all focused on employee motivation. We've got quite a mix: theories, research, some real world stuff, too.
Right. And the goal here isn't just, listing theories. It's about really getting into what these specific sources say drives people at work.
From the basics right up to, well, higher aspirations, and maybe how you can use this.
Yeah, how you can apply it.
Okay, so let's unpack this first bit. What did the readings really nail down as motivation, fundamentally?
Well, it's defined as that force-inducing goal-directed action, basically harnessing human energy for productivity.
The engine, right. But a complex one.
Very complex. And what's interesting is how the sources immediately sort of categorize things. You've got the content theory.
Asking what motivates us, the actual needs or factors.
Exactly. And then the process theories, asking how it works, the mechanisms behind it, different lenses, really.
Okay, so starting with the what? Maslow comes up a lot, obviously, that hierarchy.
Yeah, the classic pyramid. You've got the basic physiological needs, pay, safe conditions.
Then safety, belonging, esteem, like getting recognized.
Uh-huh. And finally, self-actualization, personal growth. The idea being you sort of need to address the bottom levels first.
Right, you can't really motivate with, say, growth opportunities if someone's worried about paying rent. The sources stress that.
But they also point out Maslow isn't, the final word. It's not always so rigid.
Which leads nicely into Hertzberg's two-factor theory. The sources really seem to highlight this one for, like, practical use.
Absolutely. It makes that crucial split. Things that stop you from being dissatisfied.
Hygiene factors, like
Yeah.
salary, company rules, work environment.
Right. Versus the things that actually create satisfaction and, well, genuine motivation.
The motivators:
Yeah.
achievement, recognition, the work itself, responsibility, growth.
Exactly. And the sources push us to think, are you just keeping people from being unhappy with okay pay and conditions?
Or are you actively building in those motivators, offering real responsibility, challenging work?
It connects directly to things like job enrichment, making the job itself more motivating, not just tweaking the surroundings.
Okay, so that's some of the what, but how does this turn into actual action? That's the how, the process theories.
Right. Expectancy theory features prominently. It suggests motivation hinges on, like, three links.
Okay.
First, believing your effort leads to good performance. Second, believing the performance leads to a valued reward.
And third, that you actually value that reward.
Precisely. If any link is weak, you think your effort's pointless, or the reward isn't likely, or you just don't care about it, motivation tanks.
So for managers, the sources are saying, make expectations clear, follow through on rewards, and know what your people actually value.
Yeah, tailor those rewards. Then there's equity theory.
Ah, the fairness angle.
Exactly. People compare their inputs,
Yep.
effort, skills, and their outcomes pay recognition to others.
And if it feels unfair, out of balance.
Uh-huh. Either way, under or over-rewarded, it creates tension. People try to fix it, maybe work less hard or ask for a raise or even quit.
And the sources mention it's not just about the outcome, but the process too, right? How decisions are made.
Yes, procedural and interpersonal fairness matter hugely.
Another big one in these readings, goal setting theory. Seems simple, but powerful.
Incredibly powerful. Just setting specific, challenging goals with feedback is highly motivating. It focuses effort.
And linked to that, the sources often brought up self-efficacy.
Right. That's your belief in your own ability to hit a goal.
Confidence in your competence, basically.
Yeah. And building that through past success, seeing others do it, encouragement is vital. It strengthens that effort to performance link we talked about.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big picture from all this material?
Well, we've seen these different lenses, content theories like Maslow and Hertzberg showing the needs, the factors.
Especially that Hertzberg distinction between just preventing unhappiness and actively creating satisfaction. That feels key.
It is. And then the process theories, expectancy, equity, goal setting, explaining the how. The beliefs, the fairness, the power of clear goals and self-belief.
And the consistent message seems to be, no single theory is enough, is it?
Not at all. It's layered.
Right.
You have to cover the basics, the hygiene factors, the existence needs, but that's just the starting line.
To really get engagement, you need those growth factors, the motivators, you need perceived fairness, clear goals.
And you need to build people's confidence that they can actually achieve things. Self-efficacy.
The sources showed these ideas aren't just for, big corporations. They apply everywhere: public service, healthcare, tech.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the different levers you have available.
So this isn't just theory, it's a toolkit. Which brings us to the final thought for you, listening.
Yeah, considering that clear split the sources make between just stopping dissatisfaction and actually building motivation.
How can you, in your role, whether leading others or just managing your own work, intentionally shift focus towards fostering those motivator factors? How do you create an environment where that genuine drive can really thrive?